Good morning, Needham High. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. You may be seated. And here's the news for today.
Good morning, Needham High. Welcome back to Thursday News. I'm your host, Grace Cohen.
And I'm your other host, Josh Tuttleman. First, let's go to Julia with some information on Vaping Awareness Week.
So our work basically originated last year when we realized that vaping was such a prominent issue, especially in teens around the country. We issued a survey last year to rising 9th graders and 11th graders, which are now 9th through 12th graders, to see how vaping affected them.
People just ask questions like, oh, do you vape? Where do you vape? How often do you vape? And as well, same thing like with smoking marijuana and alcohol.
And we found that 13% of Needham High School students are regular vape users. This means that they vape at least once during 30 days consistently.
I think one of the biggest takeaways from the survey was that the perceived risk of vaping was really high, but people still chose to do it. And that was interesting for us to see. But additionally, people said, I think it was like 67% of people who completed the survey said that they want help quitting. So that's what we've been focusing a lot of our recent work around, is providing resources for kids who want to quit.
We wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what you can expect for our Vaping Awareness Week. The objective is to spread awareness throughout the Needham High School community about the health effects of vaping, as well as provide resources for students that want to quit. So an overview of the week. On Monday, December 9th, we are going to do posters for harm reduction and prevention.
So you can go to the posters and they have this little QR code that you pull out your phone on your camera and then you click on it, the website, and then there's resources how to quit.
And then on Tuesday, we hope to show a video regarding a hockey player who was from Framingham, I believe, who was tremendously affected by vaping and as a result lost his scholarship. So we want to show that during homeroom on Tuesday. And on Friday, students are going to sign a big Take Care of Yourself banner in support of prevention and resources.
Some of the resources are the guidance you can talk to, and we're also trying to push it out to like teachers to give guidance to some of their kids, because like kids like have like different connections with other people, not just guidance. There's also the youth team services that also give you like resources to like quit.
We're also launching like a Talk About It forum, which is an easy way for students to schedule a meeting with their guidance counselor. You just fill out your name, like what period you want to meet, and what you want to talk about. So it's like an icebreaker for your guidance counselor. If you don't feel comfortable, just walk in and be like, hey, I need a meeting, I need help.
It's the same thing as like walking in but online.
First, also we have general meetings like once a month. And then if you want to like get more involved, Maxim mentioned that you could come to our meetings on Friday mornings, starting at 8. Your community service.
It's usually at the room 304.
Stop by and pick up your Take Care of Yourself bracelet.
Thanks, Julia. Now let's go to Danny for a spotlight on the banned books display in the English department hallway.
The main idea of the Forbidden Books exhibit was to basically showcase how certain texts in our history that were banned then have become standard reading today. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting is that these books, with their history of having been banned, it brings up a larger conversation about, what today are we banning? I think we're currently in a very divisive political national conversation, divided along political lines that have made its way into every class and every decision we make as teachers. How do we maintain an objective point of view? To what extent do the texts that we teach, do they become politicized falsely when what they're really showing us is a broader picture of our society? And I guess that's why we would have a display case that would show what was once political and deemed inappropriate today becomes a standard read. That puts us then in an interesting sort of questioning frame of mind, which is what education is all about.
Thanks, Danny. Now NHN has an announcement about and an update about our beloved Pledge of Allegiance segment.
Next week, one of our reporters will be heading out into different classrooms during homeroom and X-Block to film different homerooms doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
If you choose to, your homeroom could be featured on the NHSN Pledge of Allegiance. After break, tune into the news every week to see if your homeroom made the cut.
If your homeroom really wants to be featured, let us know at nhsnideas@gmail.com. Now it's finally time. Let's go to Elizabeth for
Sports!
Girls hockey started their season off strong with 2 wins in Martha's Vineyard against the Vineyard team this weekend. Good luck to anyone who is still doing tryouts. Not much to report, so that's all for this week. And as always, stay fly, Rockets.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, that's all we have for you this week.
Even though we didn't have a half day yesterday, we hope you have a great rest of the week.
See you next time on Student News.